Okay, I just want to go another quick update. My previous video about the Tamron 150 to 500 versus the Sony 200 to 600. There's a couple of things I completely forgot to mention. Quickly, two things which are quite important. One is the price. I picked this up brand new from a third party. Grey import, my God, grey import, how bad, naughty. £839, brand new. So it's roughly £4 or £5, £400 or £500 cheaper than the Sony 200 to 600. So there's another reason to go for this. And the other thing that I forgot to mention, which I've no doubt people will pick up on, is the fact you can't use teleconverters with this. Okay, so let's get on to teleconverters. Firstly, I don't use them. I just think that lens is long enough without putting another bit on top of it and making it even more awkward. Again, that might be fine if you're on a tripod, but for walking around, I think that would make the 200 even more impossible. Now, I'm sure some muscle men will come out of the woodwork and say, oh, yeah, like this American I was talking about, oh, I'll put a well, that's fine. You know, if you're some kind of Superman and you want to walk around with that, then that's fine. I suspect these people don't in reality, but and secondly, when you put teleconverters on these things, it's much harder to get sharp photographs because you're adding an extra piece onto the lens which it has to stabilise, and it makes the stabilisation less stable. So unless you're on a tripod or you're shooting very high shutter speeds, which is then going to become more difficult because you're actually reducing, because now instead of 5.6 or 6.3, you're looking at f8 or f11. So, you know, it's all very well saying about, but they come, there's a caveats. There's some caveats to having these teleconverters. Apart from the fact they cost another £500, which is nearly turning your 200 to 600 into nearly a £3,000 lens. So I just wanted to throw that in, you know, because I'm sure somebody will no doubt notice that I didn't mention those things. And obviously price is important for a lot of people, and teleconverters are overrated in my opinion. I knew a professional a long time ago who used in fact he still does, he uses a 2 times teleconverter, but he will only use it on the 600mm prime, the top prime lenses, and on a tripod. He reckons, and I mean he would know, believe me, he reckons it's near on impossible to get sharp photographs otherwise. And if you see some of his photographs, I think they'd be very hard to replicate without a tripod. I doubt whether you'd be able to replicate his photographs anyway. So I'm going to take his word and some fucking American twat on Facebook. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that in there because that was quite an important thing I missed out. Okay, see you in the next one.